He did the same thing P did.
Shorty.
Stood up in court. Man, that was Wham. Man, Wham, that what you ever get too, rocking with the motherfucking rat. Man, you be preaching about that shit. Wham, you can't do that, man. That's a fact, bro. You dead wrong about that anyway. Nigga a rat, bro. I understand all that. A nigga help put you on. Listen, man. A nigga a rat. I don't give a what help. That nigga give me $1 million. Man, you a rat. Whatever you talking about. You got somebody to send the chain gang. Imagine telling them niggas they'll beat the Kato.
I ain't finna say nothing about you on the internet. I ain't finna let the world know I ain't with you until just say so.
But you know,
that's what
like,
they supposed to did. Like,
but ain't nobody
niggas,
really.
Niggas trying to go at him to get clout. Yes, they have. Dirt
said something to him, but that's it. Like, Wham, them niggas ain't doing all this shit. Like,
Wham unfollowed him.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just that little boy shit. That ain't really saying that to no.
Yeah,
That's just like, damn, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, but that's still
announcing that
what
makes
your
you,
position is, man.
But
I ain't saying they wrong. I'm just saying
yeah, they jumped the gun. But
niggas supposed to have a conversation with you for they do anything. That's
yeah,
just
but
how I look at it.
Wham did though. I talked to Wham, so we get on the phone. Hey, you told Buddy them do that? I'm like, hell no. He's like, all right, stay less. Same shit. I'm smiling off top. Soon it happened.
He was with him. It's the Gamespitta, y'all. Subscribe, like, share the video. I don't know if it's Gunner team that's working, but they doing a damn good job of getting all this information out. These leak phone calls, these interrogation videos, or audio, or whatever. Yeah, they spinning the bag with the right people and the shit getting released by the hour. Young Thug and 21 Savage, jail phone call get released. And guess who it put in the hot seat? Lil Baby. Now, Lil Baby, you got some explaining to do. Because you got Young Thug calling them out. You got 21 Savage speaking on them, calling them out. Then you got Thug. He called QCP a rat. Then P, he respond, calling Thug a rat. And then he gonna say, he gotta be talking about Lil Baby. And then he gonna say, why is Lil Baby? He ain't say his name, but he gotta be talking about him. Cause who else hanging around? But the Migos already left. So it gotta still be Lil Baby because Thug was talking about Lil Baby, still hanging around him. So Pete asking Lil Baby, why is you still hanging around dudes that's talking down on me? Especially now. Like, and then this why Rollo should never fuck with Lil Baby. I know that's your boy in your head, but that's dude not your dog. Because even 21 Savage said Lil Baby and Lil Durk was chasing clout. They was supposed to call you first to see how you feel about it. 21 Savage said, I wasn't dissing Gunna until I talked to you. Guess what Thug say? He say, they did jump the gun on that. Lil Durk did way more. Only thing Lil Baby did was unfollow. But guess what Thug say, Rollo? He called me ASAP. Soon as it happened, he called. Like, you told dude to do that? He was sounding just like Lil Baby. But when it was your turn, Lil Baby ain't call you. He ain't call you. He called Young Thug and got to the bottom of it. This how you know 21 Savage is more of a man than Lil Baby is. Because 21 Savage, he gonna call. If y'all saying y'all friends, y'all real tight, you ain't never done them nothing wrong, ain't showed them nothing but love and support, he at least gonna reach out to you and see what it really is before he go to the internet and get to calling you rat and this and that. He did the same thing Boosie did to T.I. That's what Lil Baby did to you, Rollo. So I don't know why you keep trying to spare Lil Baby. Nah, he can call Young Thug, so that means he respect Young Thug relationship, or he's scared of him. He respect Young Thug relationship way more than he respect yours. Because why would Thug say as soon as it happened, he called. And he in jail. You was on the street. All Thug had to do was tell him, hey man, he ain't no good. Lil Baby ain't call you, trying to get no answers. He ain't trying to hear your side of the story. If Thug stamp it, that's what it is. Even 21 Savage called out Lil Baby and Lil Durk for jumping the gun and calling Gunna a rat, chasing clout. So why did Young Thug say Durk and Lil Baby was jumping the gun if it was official that Gunna told? Nah, he could be saying that because it could kind of hurt his situation, that his close partner saying he a rat. But if you saying they jumping the gun, you didn't think Gunna told on you at the time. So that nasty work right there, man. But Young Thug, he called out Lil Baby for hanging with P. And he saying P told and went to court and sent a nigga up the road. He telling Lil Baby, wham, you can't do that. You preach that shit too. You can't be doing that. I don't give a fuck y'all if that's your boss or y'all done made so much money together. He gave you $2 million, $1 million. Hey man, I don't give a damn, but you're a rat. So Lil Baby, you know, if you stamp Young Thug and you still make music with him and stand by him, you're gonna be the ultimate sucker of Atlanta. Like, you're gonna lose so much respect because Thug checked you when you still was fucking with P. And P ain't never said he was a gangster or the real street nigga, none of that. He hang around him and get money with him, as far as like on the music side. But he said he a civilian. Now, I don't know if he started saying that after he did what he did. I don't know. But that's what the man's saying. But Lil Baby, I'm telling you, you're going to get the most backlash out of everybody. You is. Because niggas called you, 21 Savage called you out, Young Thug called you out, and P said, why is you hanging with dudes that's talking about me? When you should value P relationship way more than Young Thug or the rappers, because if you tell, they'll cut you off and say fuck you and diss you. But if you tell, P will still rock with you because he really your friend. He ain't your friend by the street code. He your friend, right or wrong. So you should value P relationship, and you got your first millions with P. You didn't get it with Thug and them. So if Thug already talking about P, calling him out, and that's your real friend, and P don't like that, and then now Thug, he told, and if you stand by him and stamp that, you definitely a sucker. You definitely scared of him. You every name that we can call you, a coward, whatever if I want to call you, you that, and you ain't gonna bounce back from this. You gonna get so much backlash because everybody called you out. Everybody talking about you. The little Dirt shit, we ain't even tripping on that. Dirt from Chicago, so it don't matter what he do. Thug could have said he jumped the gun, whatever. He from Chicago, and he locked up. So we talking about you right around the corner for them niggas, man. I just don't think a lot of dudes in Atlanta respect Lil Baby as a real gangster. Yeah, a hustler, a go-getter, stuff like that, yeah. Nigga who make good music, yeah, but I feel like if it wasn't for Thug or somebody else, or it could just be Thug, it'd be way more rappers trying Lil Baby, as far as like robberies, you know what I'm saying, beefing with him. I feel like Thug, long as Lil Baby cool with Thug, Thug can keep certain members or certain artists off of Lil Baby that may think he's sweet or they'll just try him. Now, sometimes I gotta understand, sometimes an artist, say Lil Baby don't never call Thug a rat. Thug could have a lot of info on Lil Baby. So Thug can come out and, you know, what's understood ain't gotta be explained. He can come out and say that. Lil Baby ain't gonna go against Thug because Thug protect him. Now, I don't know about now if if everybody in Atlanta feel like Thug a rat. But sometimes Lil Baby, he'll let that shit blow past because a lot of pros come with being Thug friend. What if Thug is the middleman of making PDE, 21 Savage, and all them fall back on Lil Baby or any other members he hear that want to do something to him, or take him to war or whatever? Because Baby not known for busting his gun. Baby not known, his team really not known for really being monsters. I ain't saying they won't bust their gun, but they not known for that. As far as like, niggas just fear them or won't take them to war, or, you know. If Lil Baby wasn't a big artist like he was, and he ain't bring a lot to the table, as far as like what he can do in the music industry, Thug probably wouldn't care to be his friend like that. What if Lil Baby was an artist that only had one song and he didn't do the millions of views, he didn't have the impact in the game, he didn't have all the fans, he came and went, would he still be friends with Thug and 21 and Dirt? And if he was just a one-hit wonder and he didn't never do no big numbers and he wasn't no big artist, how else could he blend in or fit in with these guys besides gambling? Because if he didn't bring what he bring to the table for like an artist, and if he a good gambler and he keep a lot of money on him, don't that mean he a sweet lick? Don't that mean if he got the dudes that's around him, they pretty much, he got dudes that'll crash out, right, probably. Or he could pay him, find something, pay him. But if that's not what you known for, it'll take Lil Baby to get saved by somebody to see everybody bullying you. And this is where somebody like Rollo will come in and befriend Lil Baby and hold him down. Rollo good for that, right? Rollo, say he signed to Gucci, he'll start dissing Gotti, Black Youngster, or say he cool with Dolph, he'll start dissing Black Youngster. If he cool with Gucci, he'll diss Jeezy, Yo Gotti. So if he your friend, Rollo like, your beef, my beef. Your beef, my beef. Rollo the type of guy that would have fit in with G-Unit if Rollo came out in that time and they felt his flow and shit like that, because he the type of guy that's like, if I'm cool with you, your beef, my beef. I ain't gonna f with them dudes. And this is how, if you trying to come up in the rap game and you got a bag behind you, but you more of an enforcer or aggressor, and you got an army. So say people like how Rollo came in the game, how AR-AB came in the game. This is how you can squeeze through the cracks and build relationships with certain artists. You can come in and protect them. You can come in and protect them. You can come in and make his situation look more realer, more streeter, because you coming in with an army. So say if Rollo coming in the game, he's selling that dog food, he got about 30, 40, 50 dudes with him. And then Lil Baby, he got like 4 or 5 dudes with him. They all get money though. But then Rollo come and they really become friends. His whole crew gonna now represent 4PF. They got an army, got shooters. Yeah. Same thing with AR-AB, how AR-AB came in the game with Cassidy. You come in the game, especially if you know, meet an artist and then you out gangster somebody in front of them. Yeah. So sometimes being a enforcer or a stepper or whoever, you can build relationships like that. Especially if you got a bag behind you too, and you got a real army, and he see that you control it, and you got talent too. So yeah, nah, it ain't so often where we'll have an enforcer or somebody who will really get down that come with a bag like how Rollo came in. You know what I'm saying? So if they do have a bag, it'll be more so like what AR-AB had. He may be playing with about 400K, 600K. It go up and down. 1 minute he may be playing about 700K, then it go down to 300-400K, or it go down to 200K. Then he gotta rob and backdoor and do shit to run that bag back up. And sometimes they go down to 100K, then it shoot up to 400-500K. Then yeah, like if you got the best of both worlds, at one point you got Thug on your side, so niggas want to try you, you call him off. You got Rollo,
Rollo got the streets behind him. He calling dudes off, or niggas ain't gonna try you. Think about back in the Getting Out. Dudes ain't gonna try Lil Baby like that. He cool with Rollo, that whole squad. You cool with Thug. You cool with Future. So yeah, you just a cool ass nigga. And you just keep it. When you somebody like Lil Baby and you really ain't about no war, but you about to get money, making good music, you just make sure you stay solid to all these guys. You don't really piss them off. And the niggas you do fall out with, they ain't really connected to none of them crews. Besides the one everybody's saying with 21 Savage, PDE, and all them. Other than that, like, yeah, keep it neutral. I ain't gonna say too much, stay out of the way. Yeah. Do my little gambling shit. Yeah. But Lil Baby is not, one thing I do like about Lil Baby, he be himself. He not trying to be no warlord. He not trying to be a nigga that just drop bags on everybody and get shit done. So you can't really say he a fake gangster or nothing like that. I'm just saying it just don't look like he respected like a real aggressive enforcer, a nigga that'll drop the bag, that type of gangster. Hustling, making hit records, gambling, trapping, yes. But really getting shit done, no. So I just feel like if he didn't bring, if he didn't have the fans where he get as an artist, if he didn't bring that to the table, I don't know if he'd still be the guy friend. But then you can keep hanging with somebody and they'll grow a liking it to you, and now they really respect you. You know what I'm saying? Like first they were just using you, and now after so many years, so many millions, now they really rock with you. Like, buddy, you real solid though. Like, I really fuck with you. Even though that's the case with Young Thug, he still was criticizing you for fucking with P. When he know the real reason why you fuck with P. Not because y'all selling P's. Not because, you know what I'm saying, y'all doing street business. That's who signed you. That's who you got your money with. That's who turned you up. That's who put all the money behind you. That's who, yeah. I remember when Lil Baby first signed QC because they was coming to CIAA. So I seen Lil Baby when he first came out, and P was right there beside him. This is when P used to go to all the shows. Yeah, CIAA, I remember that shit, man.
Yeah, let me find out you can't stand on your own. You got a decision to make. It's either you gonna unfollow, like you did Gunna, you gonna unfollow Young Thug and don't fuck with him, or you gonna face a whole bunch of backlash day after day. You gotta pick. It's either P or Thug. Or what you gonna do, cut both of them off? But yeah, it's all on you, Lil Baby. Once again, you back in the middle. Like I said in the other video, first time you was in the middle of two men, it was between a white man, fun boy, and another white man. He had his mushroom tip by your backside. The other dude had his mushroom tip bumping your mushroom tip, and they smushed it like an Oreo cookie, like an ice cream sandwich. You was in the middle of that. Now you in the middle of this. Now you was smiling ear to ear on that one. Now what you gonna do on this one? You was so quick. You called Thug, ASAP Thug say. What you gonna do on this one right here? Same thing with 21 Savage. Now 21 Savage may call Thug and get to the bottom of it. 21 Savage, he'll get the backlash too. Future, but Lil Baby, you'll get it the worst. You'll get it the worst. But P say, imagine some broke ass rats like Young Thug. But he say, you know, Thug IG name Thugger1. He calling Young Thug broke. Where that's coming from? Some broke ass rats like Young Thug. He calling that man broke. What's going on, Thug? The funds ain't adding up. Why is this man calling you broke when you supposed to have all these M's? You Spider. You that Ferrari Spider, that Lamborghini Spider. Come on now. He's saying, imagine some broke ass rats like Thugger and Pee Wee Ratsko trying to run a rat narrative on me and all my niggas that I love, running with these whole ass niggas, knowing how these niggas talk about me. So he could be talking about everybody that was signed to QCP, or everybody who just say I'm friends with you. So it ain't just Lil Baby. But definitely you, Lil Baby, though. He say, I'm gonna say this for the last time. I am not no street nigga. I'm a tax-paying citizen that's running a business and taking care of my family. All the street niggas is broke, dead, and in jail. Why do y'all continue to glorify this? Streets been dead. Y'all niggas gave the city a bad name. Now, he'll get a little bit of backlash on that because they saying you told too. And then they can say, well, you was a street nigga at the time when you did that duh. So you can't say you ain't no street nigga now. And then they can say, well, you get money, you push the bullshit that they glorify. You push it. If they didn't glorify it, you wouldn't even be rich. We wouldn't even know who your name is besides the niggas in the street of Atlanta, but the world wouldn't know your name. If you ain't push that street shit music, if you ain't push that trap music, that murder music, that city girl music, you know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't have the funds that you got. So that's why they glorify it. It's the same reason why you can look in your Bank of America bank account and see all them M's in it. You understand? But then he say, and by the way, I ain't never been in no courtroom on no nigga, sat in the interrogation room running niggas' names, and I don't speak on the dead, so I don't care enough to explain the situation. Y'all boys the police. Y'all nigga mad because y'all not me. He saying he ain't took no stand on no nigga. He said he ain't never sat in no interrogation room and just talked for 2 hours and running everybody's name. You understand? Like, that's nasty work, man. But like I say, P still gonna face a little bit of backlash from certain people that really know about that situation. And him telling, I know everybody who spoke on it called P a rat. Boosie, that's the first time we seen Boosie bite his tongue on calling somebody a rat when it came to P. Because Boosie said, man, I ain't gonna have no friends. Yeah, we gotta call Boosie out on this right here because how P saying all his friends running with the dudes is talking bad on me and they still get booked up and they got friends. But Boosie saying he didn't want to diss P and call him a rat because he wasn't gonna have no friends and then promoters weren't gonna book him like that and stuff like that. So he worried about the politics. But P real friends talking bad about him and it's getting back to him and they don't give a fuck about no politics or no promoters and they still having paper. But Boosie, he worried about that, but he swear he the one who don't give a fuck who tell, he gonna call it out and this and that. So Boosie gotta face a little bit of backlash. Boosie gotta call out Young Thug. It don't matter if you getting a sentence, I'm finna give you a sentence and all this stuff. You gotta call out Young Thug. You supposed to have called out P. I thought you checked all rats. If they say motherfucker told and everybody's stamping it, you supposed to call it out. You called out Rollo. So come on, man. Like, Boosie, he worried about the politics too. He worried about getting money, feeding his family. He don't give a fuck about that rat shit like that. If it affect his money, he'll keep quiet. He'll say, I'd rather not speak on it. So, cause he didn't defend him and say he ain't tell. So if somebody's saying, I'd rather not speak on it, Boosie think P told. Cause he would have said he ain't tell. He would have said my dog was silent, like he'll say about Lucci and shit like that. So why he ain't say that? So evidently he think P told if he don't want to speak on it. How you don't want to speak on something if you defending somebody? You'll only not want to speak on it if you gonna tear his name down. And you saying, man, I ain't gonna have no friends. So you think he told too, but you just scared to say something. Or is P talking about you too? You one of the ones who talk behind his back and do shit like that. So yeah, P. That's why P didn't fell back. And he don't really fuck with a lot of them no more. Cause everybody talking bad on his name and this and that, and they hanging with dudes. They trying to, when they not around and P bump into these same dudes, he's saying, why y'all hanging around these dudes that's talking bad on me? They'll show P love and give him that and embrace him like they ain't just sat around them niggas that was talking down on them, which they probably agreeing with Thug. So there got to be some type of fear, influence, or a nigga just want to play the middle, or they feel like when it comes to P, they ain't got to pick sides. With other dudes, they got to pick sides. But the number one nigga in this situation is Lil Baby, because you called Young Thug and reached out to him about Gunna the next day or the same day, but you couldn't call Rollo. When you just embraced him and you let Rollo pick you up. So we already know Rollo will beat your ass. But Rollo still won't diss you. He's still giving you respect. He's still saying you his nigga. So he still want a phone call from you. He's still waiting on it. But now, Lil Baby, you in the middle, because if you take Rollo's side and embrace him, you'll get backlash because people think Rollo told. If you embrace Young Thug, you're going to get backlash. If you embrace QCP, you're going to get backlash. But out of all of them, I say, if you got to pick P and pick Rollo next. Thug, if you was to flip, they'll dish you. 21 Savage called you out behind your back. So, yeah, if you had to pick between Rollo and 21 Savage, P and 21 Savage, you got to pick Rollo and P. Them your real friends. Whoever unfollow Thug and don't really fuck with them and, yeah, don't never do no music with them, they'll go up. They're going to get embraced. We expect Lucci to do it. But if Gucci, Future, 21 Savage, Lil Baby, that's the only way he can get saved. He got to go against Thugger. It is what it is. Atlanta, the era is over. There's a few niggas that still gonna do their thing though. The 2 Chainz, you know, certain artists, they still gonna, and they gonna always do their thing. But as far as like that little circle right there, over with. The era right there, over with. We can't include Walker, he not from Atlanta. Gucci, he not in that circle. But Gucci don't make top tier music no more. 21 Savage is gonna come with some bangers. He's still cool with Drake and everything too. Yeah, he gonna come with some bangers. Lil Baby though, that's the main one. Everything on the line for Lil Baby right now, man. All eyes on Lil Baby and Thug and shit like that. But yeah, I'm trying to see what Lil Baby gonna do. Is he gonna save his career and burn them bridges and cut them dudes off, or he gonna stay cool with them? Or he just gonna keep quiet and don't say nothing. But you need to say something. You understand? But yeah, I ain't gonna make the video too long. Rollo, you see how these niggas do, man? They don't value your relationship. They value Young Thug. They give a fuck about what he say. He ain't gonna call you, he ain't gonna check in with you. You ain't the hotel, he ain't checking in. And you ain't them rolling 60s, Crips, Big U and them. Yeah, you ain't them, or you ain't the Pyrus over there, and he ain't checking in, he ain't in Cali. They ain't calling you. They ain't checking in with the Muslims. But he gonna check in with Thugger though. They checking in with the Slimes. Yeah, so that's fucked up, man. But y'all hit that like button, y'all subscribe to the channel. If y'all need y'all credit fix, hit that link in the bio. You understand? Like, if you'll wait 2 months, between a month and 2 months, pay the $250 or $64. If you want your shit done in 48 hours, getting your documents back, and you'll probably take a month at the most, pay the $500. And I think it's like 160, between 160 and 175. If you don't want to pay the $500, you can pay 160, 175, somewhere around there. And you just make your payments to get the $500. Then you'll skip everybody. You got to think all the celebrities talking about it, so it's a lot of people in line, even though they got a whole team over there. But yeah, if you want to buy a car next month, pay the $500 or the $170. If you need something done by next month, like for like getting a crib or whatever, you pay that $500 or that $170. If you can wait a couple months, pay the $250 or the $64. Be patient. Y'all not the only ones. Ain't nobody trying to scam nobody over no little petty ass money. These millionaires who fixing y'all credit. Tony the Closer, Eli, millionaires. So yeah, man. hit that link if y'all trying to get y'all credit right. Follow me on IG, _gang_spitter. Donate to the channel on Cash App, $DuckGangSpitter. $DuckGangSpitter. And Spitter spelled SPITTA. Look in the bio if you need to see how you spell it. You gonna splash that. He was with